Hello, you beautiful people out there. This is Dr. Vineeta once again in order to give you an amazing training today, especially in regards to something which is really crucial in order for you to know when it's the start of the month. As we have tapped into the new month, I'm going to completely take care of what all you require in order to get started for a staffing agency, for a home care agency, no matter what business is it. So that's basically about it. For those who do not know me, my name is Dr. Vineeta Pillai. I am a doctor by profession and a certified psychologist as well. Have been into business since almost this is my sixth year now, wherein we have successfully assisted 790 plus staffing agencies establish their presence nationwide. Really proud to own a huge group on Facebook as well, which is almost 10,000 plus members in there. If you are not a part of my Facebook group, please ensure you join in because these are the exact drops which I basically give in my Facebook community. Coming back to basically what exactly do I mean by getting started? So just understand, even if you are basically, no matter what you do, you're basically a nurse, a caregiver, an LPN, or a registered nurse, and if you are really tired to be working for someone else, and if you feel that, you know what, I basically need to start my own staffing agency, but you basically absolutely do not know where do you get started from, how do you begin, this training is for you. So just watch that closely, right? In order to get started, number one, you have to ensure that you name your staffing agency in a way which basically does not have the patency on it, which is unique, which is easy to remember. So ensure that the name of your staffing agency is the first step, which has to be critical. You do not have to get into legal compliance for the same, right? Once when your name of the staffing agency is basically established and finalized, the second step over here is you actually have to get into registration of your business. All you require is get an EIN, get an LLC, and get your business registered no matter what state are you from. If you're in Texas, if you're in Florida, if you're in Pennsylvania, you basically require the EIN and LLC to get registered, right? Once when the EIN and LLC is registered, now we move to the next critical step is getting your agency paperwork and documentations completed. Now, what do I mean by agency paperwork? Paperwork is the first critical compliance aspects in future whenever you require any candidates, closures, wherever you require any contract closures. Paperwork is going to be your skeletal of your business. So please do not miss it. Under the paperwork, it is basically number one, policies and procedures. It is the 360-degree overview of your business. It completely literally, it explains you who the agency owner is, what's exactly your mission, your vision, what services you offer, why exactly your agency is the best in no matter what state you are at, right? So that's a 360-degree overview of your business. It's basically a booklet which is almost 50-60 pages, and please do not get into creating the policy and procedure on your own. Let the people who are having the expertise in it get that done, right? After the policy and procedure, very crucial is the nursing pool checklist. This is bifurcated under two broad segments. One is candidate oriented documentation, and the second is facility oriented documentation. Candidate oriented documentation are all the documents that we basically hand out to the candidates. For an instance, if you want to get a background authorization done for the candidate, you have to have a background authorization form for it. You have to have a TB clearance form, a COVID vaccination mandate form, a Montauk's form, a appointment letter, etc. You do not want to get into legal troubles wherein the candidate comes back to us stating that you never took permission and you started my criminal background checks done. You know what I mean? In order to keep your business completely on paper documented, this is the complete essential, I would say, toolkit which is non-negotiable. Moving to the second segment is basically the client oriented documents. What do I mean by client oriented? Documents which you actually have to send out to getting those contracts. If you want to get onto vendor management platforms, if you want to get onto MSPs, or if you want to get a contract, you have to have these documents, which includes your agency's invoices, your agency's timesheets, different kinds of contracts. Every contract has its different terms and conditions. A direct hire contract is different. A per diem contract is different, right? A travel contract is different. So please ensure you have everything established before you even take the next step. Do not download or purchase those $99 documents, because these documents have to be exclusive to your agency. They have to have your agency logo embossed in it, because at the end of the day, it is your intellectual property. So please stop downloading or purchasing those $50, $99. I will never recommend that, right? Once when your documents are completed, now we move to the next step, wherein the next step is basically getting your agency branding kit completed. What do I mean by branding kit? Any materialistic thing that you basically hand out to the candidate, which you hand out to the facilities, is known as the branding, which includes your business cards, your flyers, your brochures, your agency business presentations, your basically everything that you need to hand out in order to explain your business. A business card should ideally have a QR code wherein people can just scan, because today everyone is digital. They just scan and it lands them to the website, right? A agency presentation is exclusively crafted for your agency, so that tomorrow in your nearby facility or hospital, you feel that they are hiring. You All you need to do is just schedule an appointment with them and carry this presentation, so that you can just have a conversation with the decision maker and you can close the contract there, because it basically has everything which requires, what are the questions, why your agency is established the best in that state, why do you deserve this contract, what exactly are your rates, why you are better than your competitors, etc. So that's an agency presentation. Apart from this, we now move to the next step, which is getting your agency website completed. Having a website is a mandatory requirement before you apply for an insurance. Please understand that. Do not skip that. Agency website have to have two critical informations out there. Number one are your job boards. In future, if you want to get on vendor management platforms, if you want to get on MSPs, you have to have a website which has a job board. That's exactly where you're going to display all your jobs. And the second is you have to have a scheduling link to your application, so that your candidates are comfortable as per their availability. They can just schedule an appointment with your agency, right? So these are the two critical information which has to be there on your website. Moving to the next step, now once when your website is completely designed, you are in a crucial stage of getting your agency license application completed, right? So all you have to do is just apply at the state government website for getting your staffing agency license. Please don't quote me there. There are states which does not require a license to staff, right? So please check whether the state you're in actually requires a license or whether it does not require a license, right? If you are in a state which needs a license, you have to have a staffing agency license applied on the government website. Once when you get approval, the approval is basically 30 to 60 working days, depends upon the approvals of the government. The last step is you have to have an insurance. You can have a 1099, you can have a workers' comp. It totally depends on you. You have to have a liability insurance, and you have to have either of the two, the 1099 or the workers' comp. These are the 7 steps in order to get started. Yeah, number 1, name your agency. Number 2, get them EIN and LLC registered. Number 3 is the paperwork. Number 4 is the branding kit completion. Number 5 is the website. Number 6 is the staffing agency license. And number 7 is the insurance. You cannot miss any of the 7, right? So for those who think that, I want to get started, I'll tell you a good news. All these 7 steps seems to be lengthy, seems to be overwhelming. It's absolutely not. We can assist you in getting started within 30 working days. Yes, you heard that right. In 30 working days, 30, you can have a business which is absolutely registered, and successfully you can just operate. I will not give you the details of how we can not only assist you in getting started, but also help you in bringing those contracts. But for now, if you are someone who actually want to tap into the staffing agency market, who wants assistance in getting started, my starter agency program is the right program for you. So all you need to do is, if you're serious about getting started, just DM me starter. You can comment below this video starter, and my team will reach out to you, right? I hope this was, useful. You had a lot of information. In case if you have any further queries, you always know my DMs are always open for you. Yeah. So that was it from my end, and I will see you in the next training. Bye for now.